So last week I showed you guys how to make quick and easy chicken flour. This is powdered gold. Well, maybe not. But of all the different flours we have to choose from on the ketogenic diet, and this one specifically for the carnivore diet, is chicken flour. But when you're dealing with beef, you have a lot different cuts of meat. Now we all know beef can be a bit more expensive, and you can find some cheap cuts of beef. The problem is when you try to make flour out of them, the fat content gets in the way. Fortunately, I have a freeze dryer, so these are some of the hurdles that I had to learn to overcome in order to freeze dry some of the beefs that I wanted to freeze dry. So I'm going to show you in this video how to make cheap, quick, and easy beef flour. I got this $10 10 patty pack 50% off at Aldi. 2 of them. We're going to go ahead, take this high fat ground beef and turn it into some quick and easy beef flour. Now to cook this, I'll be using my pressure cooker. You don't have to use a pressure cooker. You can go ahead and put this in a pot on the stove. What we're wanting to do here is get that fat separated. I want to fill this up to about halfway full. We're going to go ahead and put this in and get this thing set. We'll go ahead and separate our paper and our patty and just lay these in the water. And normally I would just take my chunk of ground beef and place it in here. These patties were just too good of a deal to pass up. So now that we've got these in there, try to keep them all whole. You want them to cook whole. It's gonna make it a bit easier. I'm gonna cook this for about 60 minutes in the pressure cooker. That way I get it good and cooked and almost crumbly so that I get a better beef flour. And by using this technique, you basically boil all the fat out of the meat, then skim, drain, or refrigerate to get rid of that top layer of fat. Go ahead and put the patties in your food processor. We're gonna go ahead and spread this out on a plate. That's about 3 burgers. So we'll start with that. This kind of looks like some Alpo. So since this is a little wetter than I'd like it to be, I'm gonna go ahead and try the second batch, heating 3 of these in the microwave first to dry them out a little bit. But first we'll see what this does. We'll go ahead and take this plate and then take some of these and just break them up. We'll go ahead and break up 4 patties to see if 4 patties will work better. Dry it out a little more. This one's out of the microwave. You can see it started to darken up. We're gonna go ahead and throw these in the microwave, see how it works in this form. We'll go ahead and put this one back in here. Looks a lot less tacky. It's starting to dry out a bit. We'll go ahead and get this. We'll go ahead and get it spread back over here. It's not like the chicken flour, that's for sure. We'll go ahead and spread it out a little more. We're gonna go ahead and put this one back in the microwave. We'll go ahead and get this one sliced up. You can see all the moisture that's come out of this. This hole seemed to slice up a lot better. Notice this is much cleaner doing it that way. Now we can see what that looked like. This is the second round of the initially ground. This is after the first 3 minutes of the broken up pieces. We'll go ahead and get this ground up one more time. And in the final cut of this, I will use a clean blade for safety. It's starting to dry out now, as you can see. So we are 6 minutes into this beef. 6 minutes of dry time. You'll notice how much darker it's already gotten, and it's really crunchy. We'll go ahead and put this in the microwave for 3 more minutes. We're gonna do our final spin on this. Everything here is clean because I don't want cross-contamination in this. It would be bad to put this dry stuff back into this one, which still has moisture in the beef mix that's in it. Now it's looking more like a flour. We'll go ahead and put this down. We're going to put this in for 1 more minute. I want to see actually what it does. If we actually burn it, or if this is the final stage. This one is still a little wet, so we're going to go ahead and put it back in the wet container. And it is still extremely wet. I'm going to go ahead and put this last batch into this clean blender. So the results are as follows. This one was kind of chunky and it retained moisture for too long. I was not happy with it. I would definitely stick with the ground first that took about 9 minutes to complete. Here's 4 videos you may like as well. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video.